Welcome to the program, James Crean. He's the president of Crean, a Texas-based innovation company that accelerates product delivery through integrated engineering and smart manufacturing. We're talking about supply chain here. James, thank you for coming on WBAP.
Great to be with you guys.
Are we getting in better situations now with the supply chain? Have things started to loosen a little bit?
I can't say that I'm terribly optimistic at the moment. I think that what we're seeing is an ongoing play out of quite honestly a much bigger sort of global strategy that Xi Jinping and China have seen coming for a while. And the tight markets that we saw in oil and gas before the war have just gotten worse, and that includes other markets as well. So. This
almost sounds like, James, it almost sounds like a conspiracy theory to some extent. Everybody's just kind of secretly setting us up to have to wait for what we want.
Well, it's not a conspiracy. It's just that we need to have a strategy that actually accounts for the 97% of the cars that actually run on oil and gas products, rather than one that's only focused on the 3% that use electricity, which oftentimes are powered by oil and gas anyway. So, and I think there's just we're continuing to see the effects of tightening markets, and not just oil and gas, but grain and wheat and fertilizer, and these massive price increases in nickel and aluminum, neon, steel, and that are all playing into the same issue.
James Crean with us this morning. If I may ask you, you talked about the supply chain. I fail, or I'm not smart enough. I don't mind saying that. I can't figure out why the chips that aren't available trickles all the way down to vanilla wafers that my wife can't find on the grocery store. How does all that intertwine?
Well, I mean, there's issues with obviously there's issues with labor and that, but there's also the thing is what we see are changes in the global supply chain, and as companies are looking for different sources of supply, the supply chain isn't necessarily organized to be able to efficiently deliver from a different source immediately, and those changes can affect all kinds of different varieties of products throughout the market. So,
all right,
it takes a while for these changes to trickle through the process.
It does seem like things happen all of a sudden. James Crean with us, the president of Crean. That's Crean. James, thank you so much for coming on WBAP.